Why hire a team? That's what we're going to get to the bottom of today. Now, there is nothing wrong with working by yourself for yourself. I have plenty of friends that are happy just being freelancers or keeping things very small. Maybe they do build a team, but it's only a very small team, or just outsourcing or whatever. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I was just telling a friend who was asking for some advice. They're getting into web development. And I said, you know what? This is what I've done. But building an agency is not for everyone. Trust me on that one. It's a lot of work, and it's a whole different thing, right? But there is a good reason. There are a lot of benefits to building a team. For me, really, it's multifaceted, but allows you to bring people on board that are more talented than you are, that bring fresh ideas. You have the ability to get more done, obviously, right? You can do things in parallel or multi-parallels. You can get people that are specialized in certain areas to take care of certain, in our case, clients as a web design development agency. So there's a lot of benefits, right? And I want to kind of highlight a couple things from these past, I guess it would be the past week or two, that kind of highlights this, that kind of drives that home from the trenches. So first, let's start with Jep and Cherie. So as I mentioned in my latest podcast, I hired somebody to, and this person's, their sole purpose right now anyway, is to help us do outbound, do email, and get more people in front of Matt to close business in a specific niche, vertical. So the goal was to bring somebody on board to work with one of my existing team members. So Cherie is going to work under Jep, and they are working together. So Jep has helped me with, she's kind of a general VA admin stuff, but also a lot of marketing and the content stuff. She helps with this, with video and podcasts and all that stuff. She does a lot of stuff. But this person is going to be under her, and they're going to work together with this new initiative we have. But the thing I wanted to highlight was, as I was listening and talking to Jep this past week, and they were kind of explaining what they were doing, what their plan was, and what she was sharing with Cherie and having her do, I'm like, wow, I wasn't envisioning it being that good. They were using tools to do research. They were using another tool so I thought they were just going to send out some basic emails, and turns out they're putting a drip campaign together. This is the kind of thing that can happen when you have a team, when you have others focused on a specific aspect of your business. They can do things beyond what you envision. They can do more than you could do for sure on your own, right? So I thought that was a great surprise. I love that. I love when I have employees or people working for me that take the initiative and really try to optimize their own job so they can do a better job and be more efficient and be able to scale things up a little more. So that was an awesome little thing I thought I'd share. And because I know they're watching, hi, great job. Way to go, team. So the other one is I have another group of developers, and we're working on a particular project, and it's a larger project, e-commerce platform, a lot of data. And I had a meeting this morning, and we looked at this project. We kind of got the project, right? It's our project, but there's multiple paths for this specific feature that we're working on. And the path that we were provided by the client initially, and what was originally, we're taking over the project from some other developers. The way it was initially done wasn't the best way to do it. And so my team was like, Matt, this is not structured well. We could really improve this. It's not efficient the way they have it built. And that started a kind of a snowball of discussions around this and thought process and brainstorming. And even me, as I'm getting the information, I'm thinking about other ways we should do this and what we should recommend, go back to the client and recommend. That's turned into a discussion this morning where there was even another option introduced. So we're actually going to compile all of this, get a kind of a ballpark estimate of the time and all that's for this additional work and scope, and then go back to the client and present this as a better option for them. But that a lot of that happened because I listened, right? And I have an awesome team. It's great when you have, like for me, now I might have come up with one of those ideas, or maybe I would have improved it in some way, or maybe I wouldn't have seen some of the things that my team saw. Like, this really needs to be structured this way from their experience, and this would really improve their website and make it more scalable, whatever. You know, as a team, we were on a meeting. There was 4 other people on the meeting this morning. We all talked about this. No, 3 other, I think me included. And we all just talked about it. We went over it. Questions were asked. I answered. You know, that's what a team does. You can have conversations with yourself if you work on your own. Or if you gotta, like, I have a dog. Sometimes I have conversations with her. She doesn't talk back or provide any ideas or ask me questions or anything, but but no, seriously, it's really, really valuable. And lastly, another example in the recent day is for one of our clients where we also do design work. And they asked us to do something different we had not done before. They actually wanted us to design we've been helping with their whole brand kind of style guide and carrying that over into their websites and all this stuff, doing all this stuff. But they asked if we could do this PDF. They had a PDF document, ebook / whatever you want to call it. They wanted us to design a title page and cover page, whatever you want to call that. And so they gave it to my designer, and we couldn't get at it right away. They needed it quickly. And so I gave them, yesterday, I sat down for a little bit and designed something really quick. I didn't have a lot of time. I sat down. They said, well, it doesn't have to be fancy. And so I'm like, oh, that's a perfect project for Matt. So I spent a little time, sent it to him. I said, okay, this is what I got. At least you got something, right? If you need to launch this now, or you can wait to see what Janine, my designer, comes back with. And the answer to that was, let's wait and see what Janine can do. And Janine came back this morning, with a document, a PDF, with this beautiful design. Even the typography, she looked at the typography, even though they said don't get fancy. Now, she's a designer, she's a creative. She's going to take that space, that time she has to really, deliver something exceptional, because, that's her thing, right? She doesn't want to just do something. Can I say it on this half-ass, on this video? So, but she delivered it and they loved it. In fact, this is exactly the words that were used. Dang, this is nice, with 2 exclamation points. So we went with that, right? But here is another example where I could, well, of course, if this would have been my project, I would have spent more time in. But could I have done what she did, in a short time frame, while I'm doing other stuff, while I'm meeting with this other team, while I have the marketing stuff going on, while I'm doing all the other stuff that I'm doing? By having somebody on staff that is a designer and can do those things is exceptional. And also they can, no, she can do things better than me. I'm a decent designer, but she's got graphic design experience, so she's really good. So she surprises me all the time with what she does. So So there you go. I mean, it's great. Again, you don't need a team. I mean, it depends, I guess, what you're doing and what your goals are, and all these other things you have to answer for yourself. But you can do things solo, though. You can, if you're in freelancing and you're doing this type of work or marketing or whatever, you can do it yourself, or you can work for others, whatever. But having a team, as I've built and developed this team over the last couple of years, I have so much talent I can pull from. And I have, in every scenario, when we're presented a project, I have a group of people I can go to and say, what do you think about this? I'll throw snowballs, spitball some ideas at you. They take that through all their years of experience and come back at me like, Matt, you're crazy. This is a better way to do it. Or, yeah, we can do that. Or, they'll have some questions to follow up, whatever. But that is how a team works together. That's how we all work together. And like this design this morning, she delivered it. I had to do a few tweaks myself. So it's good that I actually do have some skills. I had to go in there and just adjust a few things and try test something in the document and then re-deliver it. But because she was gone for the day, so it was like, okay, I can go do that. I can, do this particular thing, and we were able to still deliver it. So there's an aspect of it. So I can still do stuff. That's how I've designed my team, where they can specialize, they can do their thing, they can build stuff out, but I don't need to wait 24 hours or 12 hours for my designer or developer to come back to do one tweak. I can go in there and do that and deliver it, which makes my clients happy, which is ultimately my goal. Anyway, I thought this would be interesting. Hopefully it's insightful. It's a lot of fun running a team, but it is a different thing. Got to make that decision for yourself. But if you do it, sky's the limit.